name is Washina Woodard on behalf of the Symphony Room, and today I wanted to, I really wasn't going to do this, mainly because I usually keep my thoughts to myself, but this one really hit hard, and it really hit home because as a massage therapist and a body worker, it's like, you know, when you go out to work, you go to work to do your thing to help people and stuff like that, and you just never know what dangers is there as a massage therapist or as a body worker. You just never know. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Now, I'm usually the one that's not really scary, like, you know, I'm like always very protective of myself. I'm like, hey, I'll do a little bit of my kung fu on you if you bother me. But what happened in Atlanta the other day with the people involved with the shooting at the spa really kind of hit home, because it's like, you know, you go to work and you're expecting, you know, to do your job or whatever, and you just never know who you have as a client or who is looking at you or watching you or anything. I posted a few days on a few different massage therapy forums about it, and it was like, you know, the reactions that some people were giving, it's just like, it's crazy, because at the end of the day, there are lives lost, and I'm just like deeply saddened for the family. Like, my condolences to them. And it's just like, at this time in our lives, you know, you wouldn't think certain things like this would occur, but it's just like, at this moment in 2021, it's just like, you never know, you know, what's gonna happen out here. You never know what the mental capacity of certain individuals that, you know, you massage or you service. So it's just like, you know, it just I just can't believe what happened. But it's crazy because, like, years ago, I don't know if, you know, anybody remember, but there's years ago where massage therapist was, you know, at the hotel doing massages or whatever, and a guy simply came in and fired on her to steal her money. Like, it's crazy. And this is why I try not to carry cash on me besides me spending, but I usually try not to carry cash on me or anything like that. So, you know, you don't give the idea that you're stacked or, you know, people counting your money or whatever, but it's just like a sad situation where you're doing your job or whatever, and, you know, this happens. So my heart goes to the families that were affected, to the people that are affected, because it's just basically, a lot of us out here, we work for our families. We work to provide an income for our loved ones. And, you know, you never know what the background of these women or these people that were involved, you know, you never know who they were, you know, funding or who they were sending money to. And it's just like, you know, being human, like, you got to take care of yourself. You got to be out here to survive and stuff like that. But it's just like, you know, you just never know who's out here or how people are feeling about a certain situation or certain things. And from me and my own situation, it's just basically, I've always remained hidden for reasons, because just like, there's always this traction in regards to massage therapy and massage therapists. But I'm coming out now, being more vocal and, you know, sharing and different things. But it's just basically, nowadays I was like, okay, I guess I have to go get some pepper spray or something to defend myself if anything happens. But it's just like, you know, you just never know when life will end for you, or you never know what's going to happen in any given situation. But there are instances where, you know, people would come in to, like, you know, when I was working at Massage Envy and stuff, and it's just like certain people came in and their vibe was just off. So it's just like, if you feel a person's vibe, you know, just off, it's just best to even just cancel the whole service, because whatever's going on with them is just not right, and you just don't want to be a part of it. It's crazy because I remember years ago, when I was working at Massage Envy, this guy came out and he had a bad vibe. I was just like, I know you ain't finna try me type. I looked at him like, I am not the one. But he came in and I gave him a massage or whatever. And then, I try to get to know people, but it was just like this eerie feeling on this person. And I didn't do anything to him or nothing like that. It just basically gave him a massage and sent him on about his business. But he had the dirtiest feet ever. Like, you want me to massage your feet? That's what I tell him. I do not massage people's feet. Like, I gotta eat with my hands. But then it's like, the same guy came back like the next day and he actually asked the girl for a happy ending. I was like, yep, I knew he wasn't right. But it's just like, if you're working in an office place or something like that and a customer or a client comes in that their energy is not just off, you have to tell your managers or whatever, just like, hey, something ain't right. You just be feeling these vibes from people and all this other stuff. But it's just like, just be safe out there. And I just pray for those women and their family, because you never know who was watching who or who was taking care of who. And it's just like, this life just gone. It's just like, it's crazy. But at the end of the day, they are no longer with us. But it's basically, that one hit home. It hit hard. It's just crazy. And then the other thing is, a lot of people are like, it's always these speculations with sex trafficking and stuff like that. But my whole thing is, at the end of the day, before massage therapy was massage therapy, it was a happy ending involved. And not in all cases, because some cases when massages was, a part of practice, it was a part of healing. Every culture has their own thing. Every culture has, their own way of viewing things. But it's just basically, there's a stereotype of Asian people when it comes to, the massage industry. I'm like, they say, a parlor is here, a parlor is there. And then it's just like, okay, they're not licensed. But at the end of the day, parlors are always going to be there. It's always going to be somebody doing something or whatever. But that's their bodies. That's their life. And my whole thing is, it's just like, as a massage therapist, is crazy, because a lot of people, they want to all of a sudden, change the laws, the licensing laws, making it harder for us. I was just like, at the end of the day, I feel like feel like I've been treated like a criminal. Like, they want us to do fingerprints and all this other stuff. I'm like, I haven't committed a crime, like, for real. So, and an ultimate thing is just basically, those girls are gonna be there if they were doing it or they're not doing it. I'm not saying that those women were doing whatever they were doing, but it's basically, this is what the backlash that they usually give Asian people when they doing massages. And I'm like, at the end of the day, what they do don't make me, the word, but it's basically, at the end of the day, if you're a good therapist, you doing what you do, people know who you are, and people know, your how to respect you and stuff like that. Because years ago, one of my clients was just like, somebody asked him, where could I go get a massage? It was like, do you want a massage or do you want a massage? So it's just basically, people know who's who. It doesn't make any sense to put more pressure on massage therapists. And it doesn't make any sense to put pressure on the Asian community, because I'm just basically, it's just like, if that's what you say that they're doing, let them people live and get their money. It's just like, what's the bother? What is it really, who is it troubling? If people are going for sex, if that's what they want, that's what they giving, let them do whatever they want to do. They paid their money, this, that, and the such. I mean, this is just crazy at this day and age. It's like, the older that I've become, is just like, I guess I could say matured as I become, that some things that most people feel that, oh, this is a public concern. It's no public concern. It's all over the news where men have issues with erectile dysfunction. It's all over the radio. It's all over the radio that women have low libidos and they can't get their sex right. It's like, who's servicing who? But it's just, it is what it is at the end of the day. We are all human beings. We should respect everybody's choices in their lives. And that's just one of the things that I really find that a lot of people have a hard time respecting other people's values and their choices of living this life. So whatever stereotype, because I get stereotyped a lot. Most people think that I'm just this mean person. I'm just like, I am the most bubbly person ever. But regardless of what, it's basically people should stop stereotyping people at the end of the day. Who knows what was going on or why, what happened or whatever. But it's still like, this person killed somebody. He killed 7 people. Those people are not coming back. So statues are statues, laws are laws, regardless of what went down. We don't know the backstory or whatever. And, you know, he's not, you know, the law just because he, you know, cut down sex trafficking, if that's what they say, because there's no way that you could tell, you know, that there's no fact sheet where are all the facts and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, when lives are gone, they're not coming back. This guy is not a police officer. And even if he was a police officer, everybody has to go and get tried just like everybody else. So regardless of what, they should stop stereotyping people. They should go ahead and prosecute this guy to whatever he need to be prosecuted, because it's just wrong. Like, you don't just go and kill somebody just because you had a bad day or you had all this sexual tension built up in you. You need to go and figure out why you have that. There's ways that you can help yourself if you have a sexual addiction. There's therapy. You could go to a counselor. You could talk it out. So you telling me that you rather take a person's life just because of that? And then in some people's eyes, different races don't mean anything to them unless it's their own race, and it's just crazy. But at the end of the day, we should all stop stereotyping each other. This is Washina on behalf of the Symphony Room. So please leave your comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about, you know, what happened. It's just like, as a therapist, I was like, man, I don't want to pop somebody in the ass. But if I have to pop somebody in the ass, I will. But I just, you know, some of this stuff going on in society is taking people to places they don't need to go. Like, I thought I could just show up, be happy, bubbly, and call it a day. Let me do what y'all. But this is, I'm beyond words. But it hurt me. It hit me hard when them girls, and I found out about them girls. I was just like, can't believe this is happening. And, you know, just, you know, it's just sad. Just people going to work, trying to make a way for themselves, and, you know, you don't return home. That's jacked up. That's really jacked up. It's just wrong. I can't find no other words right now. It's just crazy.